Yak squad, flock up, flock off. Not you stick around because it's about to go down. You never flock on the most energetic. You go reverse. On a post-game Maniac reaction twist, you know, Yak with the Maniac, how we do. Let's get the Nestivities out of the way ASAP. We're going to do it right this time. You got yours, I got mine. If you didn't, pause it, go get yours, get them back, and click on the ticket. You always know how we get it. Bing, bang, pow. Woo. Finally, I think I'm doing it right this year. Woo. Yak, yeah, Yak squad. Yak squad, off top. We heard it, they talking about it. Yak squad is out here. We getting yards after the catch. I'm loving it. And like I was even talking about the last few days, like Smitty, we don't normally see him. And we were like, what, damn near at the bottom of the league last year in terms of Yak. We saw our boy AJ go off for one. Let's flock and go. Saquon Barkley, all game, all I kept saying to the fan, Mama Maniac, Mega Maniac, yo, hey, yo. We have Saquon Barkley. I'm yelling out my windows. I might get kicked out of here tomorrow. Yo, New York, we got Saquon Barkley's in Philly, motherfuckers. It's just amazing to see what he can do with this team and the pieces that we have. And one thing that stands out to me, and I have to get this out the way earlier, sooner than later, because I'll forget it. Because that was a nail biter. That was crazy. It's never easy. Love it. It's hard to win in this league, right? And hearing Saquon and AJ after the game talking what they could see this team doing and the things that we can do, and then the joy that they were emoting, like it seems like a team that's even though through the face of adversity this was a rough one, and that's a very good team, but it's hard to win in this league. And it wasn't the most prettiest win, but they were still happy to win. Last year we were 10-1, and people were walking around mad, like. And I get it, you know, there's a standard that we set and you have to rise to that standard, and we should try to excel or at least meet that standard at every moment of the whole damn season. I got it. This is the NFL, y'all. It's hard to win in this league, and we were upset about wins, dog, and I just don't get it. I know some people out there agree with the way they felt last season because it's like, but look what you're doing. It's not going to last. And that I so flocking. What? These are W's and the PHlockin L. Like, what are you talking about? So that is like just one of my major takeaways from this. And, you know, we'll get into it in the coming days, the coming weeks, and all this as the season goes. But that was one thing that stood out to me, especially that, you know, they were overjoyed. They were happy about this win. They know they can get better, but they weren't mad about it. And I mean, Jalen Hurts, he left a lot to be desired this game. It's 2 TDs. I was dumb hype about that. Like, look at him. You know, the first one, of course, was his fault. Just like I just did that video the other day, like all those interceptions, that wasn't his fault last season. Those 2 today were clearly his fault. I was super upset that after he tried to throw the game away in the red zone, we came back out in an empty set and tried to throw it again. I was so upset that, you know what, I think I might make it the thumbnail for this video. I broke my house. Yeah, game 1. Mama Maniac's looking at me like, bro, it's only 1 game, and I've never done this, but I didn't know that this wall was this weak. I just tapped it. Gaping pause, hole in the wall. Oh, yeah, don't tell Mrs. Maniac I'm kind of loud. Sheesh. But, yeah, you got to see the after picture, too. I threw a nice little picture over it. It's like perfect. Anyway, regardless of what, man, beautiful game. We're 1-0. There's a lot to be desired, but there's a lot of positives also come from this game. Number 1, I'm loving Kellen Moore. Kellen Moore's play call and the design was freaking awesome. Super dope. Some of the plays that he schemed up with Smitty, like, it was amazing. Like, the way it was schemed up, the play design was amazing. Smitty's wide open, and he's already a route monster, like I told y'all a few days ago. So we got that going. And then not to mention, you know, the routes, the design of the plays, and then the fortitude, the big to come back and let Jalen put that game in his hands and Smitty close it out together with some dope underneath passes. Like when you just, we wouldn't see that last year. Very vanilla, you know, in times like those. And albeit, you know, I wanted to stay conservative off of what I saw from the previous drive, and that game clinching drive was just amazing. And they did exactly what I wanted to do with the brotherly shove, but hindsight 2020 should have handed that thing off to Saquon Barkley, being that we were having issues with the snap not all night, but twice in the game. So regardless of what, a W is a W, 20-34, 278, 2 TDs. I don't like the 2 INTs, but hey, Let's fucking go. We want to know, baby. Let's get this thing on the road. And I'm just loving the positivity. Like I said, that AJ was emoting, that Saquon was emoting, and it's a tough opponent on the albeit it's a home game for us, but on the road in Brazil, we went down there, took care of business in the face of adversity. Things got hairy, things got sticky, things got iffy, but we still pulled that thing out. That 5, even the 35-yard completion at the end, to that end. Albeit, they did allow that. In the end, that 35-yarder got it to midfield, and I'm just thinking, Hail Mary's coming up. Like, this is getting way too sticky. I mean, shoot, if Love was in there, they would probably gotten 2 more plays, could have quite possibly got that thing down to the 20. And I hate the prevent defense because we all know the age-old credo. The prevent defense only prevents you from flocking winning. But then Zach Barnes, ZB comes through. I love the pressure that he had tonight. I was talking to Mama Maniac as far as Huff, albeit he didn't get a sack tonight. I think his PFF grade would probably be, because I just saw pressure from him all night. I saw BG putting on the pressure. Nolan Smith was putting on pressure. Just, Jordan Love is one of those sneaky, slippery, sneaky, quarterbacks. But I saw a lot of things that I liked from the defense, most especially the two stops in the red zone early in the game that held them to 6 points instead of putting up 2 tutties. So, I mean, we have a lot of pluses coming from this game. I'm happy with a lot of things I saw, upset with a few things that I saw, but this is any game, right? And once again, like I keep saying, it was a formidable foe. The Packers are legit. Whack what happened with Love at the end. I was so happy at how upset Mama Maniac was, because sometimes she gets crazy, like, yeah, get him out. But she wiped off a little bit of the old school and was like, she was upset. She was mad at him for actually trying, because, he couldn't take the sack at that point in the game. So he was just trying to do anything he could. And I mean, the fact that he got it to Josh Jacobs was ridiculous. Like, the dude, he's a dude. He's proven that. Not to mention, albeit I'm upset about those 2 interceptions by Jalen Hurts, but the dot that he threw to Saquon Barkley, amazing. Like, and I don't know, is it because I'm biased? Sometimes I get overly overjoyed for the things that Jalen Hurts does because he's our quarterback, or is it really that, he's that dude, H1M? I don't know. Sometimes it's hard to separate the biases and the maniacism and all that I have running around through this crazy edamame, right? But that dot that he threw to Saquon Barkley, the dot that he threw to, there was a 3rd down, I forget what quarter it was, but he threw between 2 defenders to Devontae Smith, boom, like he's got crazy arm talent. He's got super skills. We just got to put this thing together. And it's time on task. Once again, this is just preseason football right now at this point. I actually thought we were going to lose this game because what I saw last night from Baltimore and KC, Baltimore didn't play any of their starters. Of course, the champions, which is wild to me. They actually played their starters in the preseason, and you saw it. You saw false starts, illegal motions, man downfield, all kinds of penalties going against the Ravens, and because they didn't play their offensive starters in the preseason. And I think that was the difference in the game, albeit, what went down in the end. And then just play calling. Monken is there. Wow, something goes on whenever he faces Spagnuolo, like they forget to run the ball, which is just crazy to me, but that's another thing that's outside the nest. Let's bring it back in. So then you've got us tonight, same situation. You saw their offensive starters playing in the preseason and ours not. And initially I thought it seemed evident through the but then it's yet again another bad field, but we're not even going to get into that. First play, Saquon Barkley slips, 5-yard loss, interception. We're rusty. They looked like they were about to go down the field on us, albeit we stopped them. So point I'm making is, initially I thought that we would lose because we didn't have time on task, and they ended up being the ones putting out crazy penalties. I believe at one point we only had 1 penalty in the game, Jalen Carter, which was BS. Ridiculousness. We had crazy opportunities, a lot of missed ops. We had an interception that Dean, there was an interception that Dean could have had, and I know they get so upset about that, and I'm starting to understand why. You adopt the personality of your team because we love this team, right? And, I know this team, they were super upset when Quinyon Mitchell didn't get that interception in the preseason. I'm pretty sure they were just as mad because, look, that turns into a touchdown for the damn Packers. That's a 14-point swing. We should have been up 24-12 at that point. Regardless, the game is the game, right? Then they fumble. We don't get on top of that fumble. So a lot of missed ops, but who comes up when the end? Man. Oh, we'll get into that in a second. But who comes up big? But Mama Maniac, she just has this crazy way of just calling out what's going to go down. And she said, second she came in here, like 32, that's my baby, he's in here. And me, I don't even want to admit it, but what's real is real. I'm like, 32, who's 32? What you talking about? Reed Blankenship? I was like, oh, yeah, that's right, Reed Blankenship. Because I remember in the offseason, a lot of people talking about him possibly changing his number. So, Reed Blankenship, Mr. Shorthanded himself, Mr. Cerebral ID, Mr. Reed the quarterback, Reed the QB Blankenship comes up big for us, finally taking advantage of one of these opportunities, and that was big for us. I mean, just salute to Reed the QB Blankenship, man. Clap it up. Great play, and if I'm calling a loser from this game, man, oddly enough, one of my favorite players on the team, man, like, I don't know what it was, play calling, maybe he wasn't ready, I don't know, but just Avante, like, he was looking crazy out there. I don't know if we could attribute to play calling. You know, I love him so much, I want to call it something else, and it just can't be him. But he wasn't looking too sharp tonight. Got cooked on the inside route. Something else happened. I don't even want to think about it. And just other things, he just stood out. Just saw him like maybe it's a coaching point because he gets injured so much. I saw times when like he could have drove in and you know, laid the hat down like he normally does, but you know he also normally gets injured. So just this beginning of the season, we still low key in preseason mode, and we see how this thing goes. Isaiah Rodgers, if Isaiah Rodgers was in there, we know Quinyon would have been in there on the slot. I mean, just opportunity. He looked amazing tonight. You know, had a few hiccups, but I mean, for a rookie coming in here and he was out there talking that talk. One time I had to hop. I was face first with the TV, like dragging him back. I felt like I was there. Like he was talking crazy in the end zone to Christian Watson. Like, do not get the penalty. Had some dumb penalties. Jalen Carter, like I said, I wish he would have ended the game the way Fletcher Cox normally does it. But you know what? Zach Bond stepped up and did the damn thing. And yeah, it's game one. We 1-0. I ain't gonna hold y'all too long. One more sip it before we kick it. I mean, I'm just stressed. I'm overjoyed. Super happy. 1-0. And for all y'all that be talking the craziness, man, about our boy Nick Sirianni. Nick Sirianni, man, masterful coaching job. Like, what does he do? Dude, it's the schematics of the game. It's the intricacies, the things that you don't pay attention to. Clock control, time control. Look at us. No preseason really plays. What, I believe we only had like 2, maybe 3 penalties. And they're playing and they're jacked up. Ball control, clock management, the things that he does for this team, man, is just, it's not seen to the layman. And we're Eagles fans, y'all. Like, there's very rare few of us that are laymen. Like, we really know this damn game. So for the dummies out there talking about what does he do, ask yourself, what is Mike Harbaugh? You feel me? Like, come on, man. There's other things to be done in the course of this game that we see other teams cannot do. Mr. McCarthy, I hate to bring it because I'm not in a hating mode right now, but you know what? Flock the Cowboys all the time, right? But you know, we've seen them jack up times in the fourth quarter, what plays are running, all that. You never see that from this Nick Sirianni Philadelphia Eagle football team. Like, so, but we're going to see more, and there's more to come. I can't wait to see it. Let's fucking go. Go Birds. Yeah. So the next time, make it your best time in your meantime, between time, keep it a green time, man. I really want to do this all night. But football is back, y'all. You know what time it is. And we got questions. We had questions for Green Bay, but now they know the answer. What you gonna do when Eagle Mania runs down, swoops down on you? You gonna lose. Yeah, you know what time it is. And furthermore, before we get out of here, man, we're gonna have to do one of these. Yo, bro, we had what, 38? What was the final score? I think we had 38 push-ups tonight. Yeah, we getting it in. Feel like I'm gonna get super healthy this season. Touchdown push-ups, field goals, and all that. I'm loving it. And it's just a good time. Like I said, we had the flags fly going on, like home game type-ish. Good things though, man. But you already know, man, how I like to do this before I get out of here, man. EAGLES, Eagles. Yeah, I know that was late, but I broke my house, y'all. Wait till y'all see the thumbnail. This is stupid. Let's get the flock up out of here.